right. Juan Hunnid Bandz, welcome to Utube Conversations.
Hey man, appreciate you for having me.
All right, appreciate you, coming out on short notice. Okay, so let's get into it. So you started a channel called Juan Hunnid Bandz, right?
Yeah.
Why did you name it that?
I think I was looking for like either a Facebook or like a Twitter like a username. And my first name is Kevin, so I was trying to like play off the K, like okay, 1K or like 1,000 or 24K, just trying to think of something. And so I was sticking with 1K for a while, but I was like I could be 1K. And I was like I can be 1,000. And I was like 100 sound better than 1,000, so I just picked 100. And the bands just came because it's a bunch of other, like, I won't say they don't spell their name exactly like mine, but it's like 100 with like a T or like a ED, or you know what I'm saying, just different variations. So I just wanted to put the bands on there to stand out.
Well, now that you explained it, it makes sense. Juan
Right.
is like number one, right?
Yep.
100 bands, right?
Yep. 100
Okay.
bands.
And what is your YouTube channel mostly about?
Mostly I'm just reacting to news and things that I find interesting. Like, I don't always go for the super trendy topics, so that's why some of my videos they might not get that many views. I try to go for what like interests me. Like even if something is in the news, I just like let it pass by if it's not something that really interests me. You know what I mean? I got a couple standalone videos where it's like not me reacting, it's just me talking to the camera. And I like those videos more, but they don't always do the numbers. But I like those more because I ain't got to deal with no copyright claims. You know what I mean?
Yeah, copyright claims are serious. Yeah, you got some people that they'll take your whole video and just re-upload it.
Yeah.
And they'll just pause every now and then and say, "Wow, that's crazy. Let's keep going." Like,
yeah, that's stealing right there. You ain't even reviewing.
Like if it's a 10-minute video, your video should be at least 17 minutes.
Right.
25 minutes. You gotta add a lot of comments, but
add something to it.
At least change the background of the video, right?
Do something. Change some music on it or something.
So why did you start a YouTube channel?
I think for a while, man, I've been trying to just find a way to monetize my creativity. Like, even since like in high school, I always been creative. I always write. I always used to draw. I used to, try to make beats, been editing videos since I had a computer, just playing around and just being creative in whatever way I could. So I see YouTube as a way to monetize creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what you do, if you rapping, if you singing, if you drawing, you can do whatever you want to do as long as if you bring some kind of entertainment, some kind of knowledge, if you're giving somebody something to digest, you can monetize your creativity on this platform. And I started off just uploading like gaming videos. I got a gaming channel where I just used to play Warzone. When during the lockdown, everybody was playing Warzone. So I got like maybe like 10 or 15 videos on that channel, but I ain't really stick with it. This channel now is just more like I can do whatever. It's more freedom. It's not like I'm locked in to playing the game. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Usually, if you do a game channel and then if it, when it grows, you try to change it to something else. It's like, nah, you said it was a game channel, So
right, you got to stick with them games.
Yeah. So, what do you find most frustrating about YouTube content creator space?
Frustrating. I would say really just trying to fight these copyright claims and fighting the where they block your videos. Like certain labels and certain like entities, certain companies will block your whole video. You can't even upload it, even though you cut out like most. I uploaded a video, I think it was Lil Wayne and Rich the Kid. I cut out like most of the song. It was barely any of the song in there, and they still blocked it. So I had to go and cut out more and more and more so I could be able to upload it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's take a step back. Okay. So where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm still in Georgia now. I'm down in Columbus, but I grew up in Atlanta.
Any siblings?
Oh yeah, I got an older sister and an older brother.
They get on your nerves?
Nah, not really. Everybody grown and spread out. You know what I mean? Everybody pretty much doing their own thing.
Okay. So if you take your siblings, and put you on one room, what happens?
Oh, it's peace. We ain't got no beef. It's always
No, yeah,
peace. It's
okay,
always I know some people they can't stand their siblings, or it's always fights. Like it's peace and love around mine.
okay. Did you grow up in a two-parent household?
Nah, just my mom.
Okay. Did you grow up around other people that grew up in a two-parent household growing
Nah,
up?
nah, nah,
Nah.
not really. Nah, that's rare where I came from.
Okay. So did you grow up like poor, middle class, rich?
I would say majority of the time we was like living in some poverty type areas, but I feel like we probably could have moved and tried to live middle class, but we'd have been like barely making middle class, or we would have been struggling in the middle class. So you can live like in the hood and have extra money, or you can try to live in this, nice subdivision, this nice cul-de-sac neighborhood with these brand new houses and have no dollars in your bank account.
And struggling every month trying to figure out, okay, how I'm going to pay next month.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was the biggest struggle growing up to you?
Biggest struggle. I really wasn't no struggle. Money, but I mean, I wasn't missing nothing. It wasn't just luxuries. Like you might want some Jordans, you can't get them. You might want the Dreamcast that came out, you can't get it. Maybe wait till next Christmas or something. You can't get this Xbox, you can't get this game, you gotta wait. So basically, just waiting to get stuff. But I mean, all this stuff is luxuries, like clothes and shoes, entertainment. You fed, you good. Like it wasn't much. It wasn't much to complain about.
Okay. How do you feel about children on social media? Because recently, was it Northwest, was Kanye West and Kim's daughter.
Hmm.
She released, I think she's like 8 years old, 8 years old. She recently went online. She did a house tour while the
Mm,
mom was sleeping. So,
mm.
how do you feel about children on social media?
Man, I probably wouldn't let a child get on social media until they like 13 or 14 for real. Cause social media, man, is a real evil place. People trying to cancel everybody like quick to be outraged. Everybody want to just throw their hate and try to control people online. It's a real negative space. And then also you being exposed to so many people and so many different lives and so much stuff going on in the world. You start looking at yourself different because of what you see on social media. And I wouldn't want an undeveloped child to start looking at the whole world and then looking at themselves different. Like now I'm shaping this little world right now until you are capable to shape your own life.
No, absolutely. Did you hear about the Sony PlayStation 5? Sony vice
Mhm.
president was recently fired, and he may be going to court and so forth because of pedophilia. He was trying to meet up with a minor.
Oh nah, I didn't hear about this.
Vice president of Sony. Like it doesn't matter. Like you thinking that okay, this person has a is highly on a social media influence. They're not going to do something stupid, right, to get caught. Nope, doesn't matter. Those people just do. And I'm pretty sure people screen record the house tour. You know, and people
Yeah.
probably in the because of the live feed, they probably messaging her what to do and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah, I think I seen like some memes or somewhere they was telling her like to uh take some screenshots of Kim's credit card or something like that, like being funny.
and she could do that because she's a kid. She's a little child. She's a kid.
Hmm.
And could you imagine? That'd be crazy, right?
Yeah.
So on December 8th, you did a video called "Being Creative is a Curse."
Hmm.
What was that about?
That was a reaction to who was it? Was it Jordan Peterson? No, 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 it wasn't Jordan
It
Peterson.
was. It was.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, I was watching it and I was like, man, this really like touching me here because it's like, man, being creative, it's like you could try your best every day to make something and try to make money from it, but it might not never make money. Like being creative is not always like a blessing. You know what I mean? Some of the most creative people are the most depressed in the world. And a lot of the artists out here are always going through it. I mean, if you take somebody that's highly intelligent or highly creative, their mind can create things that a person that's not as creative or not intelligent, they can't create those things. So now you might be going crazy in your mind because you're just imagining the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody with no imagination and just living just stagnant day to day, they might not even see what's going on around them or envision what's going on around them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of content creators. You know, YouTube is booming, and a lot of people can't create content without putting down another channel. You know,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the I guess you consider the YouTube black space, which is just basically not just a lot of like you have like a channel that it just has a lot of followers and most of them are black. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and one person will say something hateful and they'll start their channel, and their channel is about disrespecting that other channel. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll do that till they become so whoever hates that channel will come over to the hateful channel to talk bad about the other people. But and then they become monetized. But then okay, now okay, a year has went past. You talking bad about them. Now what's next? Even your followers are getting tired of you bashing the other channel. What do
Right.
you know? And
You got to come up with something original at that point.
yeah,
And I mean, hate and drama goes like the most viral. So if you want to go viral, just start hating on somebody. Because I mean, if you look in people's like celebrities' comments, they're responding to the hate way more than they responding to the love.
and you know what's so crazy that YouTube is becoming extremely you know, they're probably trying to step it up to a different level, and they become extremely strict,
Mm-hmm.
profanity, all that stuff. So a lot of people are not even becoming monetized. They get a
Yeah.
lot of views, they get stuff like that. You'll see them have 50,000 subscribers, 100, but they're not even monetized. They can't even become monetized. Or if they do become monetized, it's limited because all you're doing is saying hateful. There's nothing, you know. So, but Korean content, it is hard, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, how do
But
you
yeah,
feel?
on that topic right there though, I was gonna say, I got like a community guidelines warning or something, because I think I reacted to I think Bandman Kevo, and he was talking about vaccines, and his opinion was his opinion. I wasn't even agreeing with his opinion. I would just respond like reacting to what he said. But because he said what he said in that video, I got a warning on my channel, which is wild.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, now that whole thing is you know, it is what yeah, man. Can't speak about that.
Can't say nothing.
Can't say nothing. Nope. Um how do you feel about because I know you react to Kevin Samuels, you do watch Kevin Samuels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you feel like Kevin Samuels is becoming like kind of redundant? It's the same talking points. Don't come on a show with a
Um,
bonnet on. What happens? Religiously to come on with a bonnet. 20,000
yeah.
people watching on Instagram. You know, how do you feel about that?
Um, I really, I really like watch. Like even before I had a YouTube channel, I used to watch his shows because I had like an overnight job. So every time he would like live stream, I'd be at work. So I watch the whole show front to back, like 2 and 3 hours long, like 4 and 5 days a week. I watch the whole show. I really digest what he's trying to do. And looking at it back then and now, he's still basically doing the same thing, but I don't really feel like it's redundant because it's always new people coming in with new opinions and new people subscribing and new people just now tuning in to learn what he's trying to tell people, which is be realistic, and be accountable for your life and yourself. That's mainly what I give him his channel.
How do you feel about the women that are not getting it? Because there's a large amount of women that um they're not getting the message. They can comprehend it, they can understand it, but they're still they're still putting the blame on the men. I think men, me and you need to take accountability for ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm,
We
mm-hmm.
can't sit there and blame the woman, right? We got to blame ourselves.
Right.
Um, but there's a lot of women that's not taking self accountability from themselves. I mean, have you seen that like different Facebook groups and just different memes and chats and so forth?
Yeah, I see it. I see it everywhere. I see it on my social media. Even when I post stuff about them, I see people arguing in the comments, and it's like it's hard. I wouldn't say all women, but it's hard for a lot of women to look at their lives and say, hey, my life is how it is because of what I did. Even if something happened to me, somebody did something to me, what could I have done differently to not get this person the power to do this thing that they did to me in my life? And I was dating a woman at the time that didn't particularly like Kevin Samuels when I was watching them. And I would like turn them on and be like, we'll watch it together. And she'd be like disagreeing with most of the points. And I'll be like, I agree with like everything he's saying right now. So I don't even know how we together. I'm agreeing with everything. And she like, I don't like none of that. I like all of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, when Kevin Samuels came out, it really made you. If you're dating someone, it really made you question them. Like yeah, it made you really. Even with me, it made me really question. Like, you don't agree with that?
Yeah, like I ain't even. I mean, it took her a while. She started to like come around, but there still was like some pushback. And it's like, man, I don't even see what the pushback is about. Really, just like be realistic. Look at your situation. What do you bring into this man's life? What does this man bring into your life? You know what I'm saying? Everybody around you in your life is not to blame. You got to blame yourself sometimes.
Even that question, what do you bring to the table? That question turns into, what do you when you ask what you bring to the table for that partner, that
Mm-hmm.
their answer is what they bring to the table for themselves, without even
Mm-hmm.
noticing. I work, and they just start naming a whole bunch of things that will benefit them.
Right. You bringing this to you. What you doing for me though?
That's what you bring as an adult, right? You're
Right.
supposed to be working. You're supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
making money. You're supposed to be washing up, dressing nice. You're supposed to be doing it as a human adult. Um, I
Yeah,
just
you
think
ain't
that.
that ain't nothing. I reacted to a video with what's my man name? I forgot his name. Tall dude. Anyway, he was on the Fresh and Fit podcast and he was talking to the girl and told her she ain't had no attributes because she was talking about
Long Fresh, Long Beach. Is that what it's called?
nah, it's a tall dude.
Someone
What
else?
is it?
Okay.
I forgot his name, but he was on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Um, and he was telling the girl that she ain't got no attributes because she was saying, I'm gonna make sure he's in a good space. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it clean for him when he come home. And it's like, what is that? What is that? You not that's not no asset. What are you bringing?
You're supposed to do.
You know what I'm saying? What is that?
So how do you feel? How do you feel? Because it's a large amount of women that's like that. How do you feel that women are still arguing about their body count doesn't matter? They're not understanding the dynamics of a man doesn't want to be with a woman that is a 304. You know what 304 is, right?
Yeah,
Basically, I
yeah,
can't even say that
yeah.
word, the other word. So a man basically doesn't want to be with a 304 or someone that he would receive pleasure from in a strip club, or
Mm-hmm.
a man doesn't want to be with a woman that he would a man doesn't want to make a wife. His mistress would never become the wife.
Mm-hmm.
If you're living your life as the mistress, right, out there sleeping around, a man has the right to know whether if you're that type of person, he doesn't want to be with you.
Right.
A lot of the women feel like their past does not matter, their body count doesn't matter.
I mean, your past is always gonna matter. Like if we dating and you find out I killed somebody 15 years ago, that still matters today. So if you was out here catching all the bodies 15 years ago, that still matters today. That's still in you. We still walking around and there's people looking at me like he don't even know what he walking with right now. He don't even know who he with right now. He think he got a queen. He don't even know what this is right now.
Mm.
Like that matters. Let me know some. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that. So, what do you think about the should in the meantime should should men wait around for these unrealistic expectation women until they get their mindset together, or should these men go out and meet other women? Doesn't matter, if you have to go outside the race, because you only get one life, right? How long are you supposed to wait around for them?
Yeah,
A lot of them expect men to be patient and wait for them to come around.
yeah, nah, nah. Don't even if somebody ain't even on what you own, don't even It ain't even no point. It ain't no point. It ain't no point with trying to get somebody to change somebody's mind or change somebody's mindset. I'm not finna change your mind. I'm not trying to change who you are. If that's who you are, okay, be that. I'm gonna go find what I want, and you can find whoever's gonna find you. There's too many people on here. There's too many people in the world. Like, I know most people would probably want to, stick and stay in the race. A black man want to find him a black woman, and most of the married black men are married to black women. Um, but if you trying and trying, you just can't find what you're looking for, my man. Get diverse. You know what I'm saying? Switch some up. You ain't got to stick if you ain't finding what you're looking for.
And there's a lot of the older ladies, right? The older ladies are telling the young ladies stay single, right? Stay single, have fun, and it's just really not fair that a woman that's 20 years old will wait until she's 35 to get serious. She's 20 years old in her prime. Everything is right. No stretch marks. Everything is great. Her mindset, she hasn't been heartbroken, so she's not like, acting like the old bitter woman, right? She's not like that. And she'll wait until she's 35 years old, 40 years old. Now she wants to settle. And fat, right? Like it was this meme that said, listen, I've been trying to hit you up when you were skinny. You're starting to get fat. Don't try to hit me up when you get fat.
Right. I don't want it no more. I don't want it no more. My boy Lou Ratchet had a skit when he was like, "Man, I was trying to see about you back in high school. Now you done got fat. Now I don't want it no more. I don't even want it. Like you can, you know what I'm saying?"
I remember seeing this one woman, man. I was into her, but she would always date like these older guys out of high school, like drug dealers and so forth. And remember seeing her. She was always nice to me, but she wouldn't give me a time of day, right? During high school. I remember seeing her way after high school, probably like maybe like 10, 12 years later. Man, she had all these kids, man. She still looked right though. I don't know how she did that, but I was just like,
bounce back game mean.
Yeah, it's me. From me speaking to her, she don't do any drugs or she don't drink. That's another thing too. A lot of women like to run through with these drugs, alcohol. You can't be drinking. You did a video on veneers, right?
Yeah.
You did a video on veneers. People, influencers ruining their teeth, orthopedic reaction. A lot of people ruin their teeth is messed up, and they put that veneers on top of it, right? What was that video about?
Yeah, that was about just people, everybody running out and trying to get these veneers. Like I'm talking about 18, 19, 20, 21. You running out and getting your teeth shaved down to throw veneers over the top. Like you are barely an adult. Like your teeth ain't even, you ain't got to do all that. It ain't like you got your mouth, your teeth got knocked out or nothing like that, or your teeth rotten. Like your teeth was still good. You ain't number 18, 19, 20. Like you young, and you went and got all your teeth shaved down. Some people getting their teeth removed and getting all the implants, and then they drilling them in. Wow. So it's just a mouthful of gums with the little drills for each tooth. You did that in your 20s.
And of course, if a man says he don't want to be with a woman that has those type of teeth, he's wrong, right? He's being judgmental.
Yeah, we can't have preferences. We can't prefer nothing. We got to take whatever they got, and whatever they is giving us is a blessing. We can't complain about nothing. We got to take what they got, take them how they are. And if we go outside the race, we're a traitor.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, wherever I fit in, where I fit in. You also did a video, you did a reaction video of a 37-year-old man explains why he has no wife and no kids, right? And you said most people on Earth don't care about you. 99.9999999% of people don't care about you. So it's best to have a wife or kids, right?
Yeah, it is. If you out here by yourself, man, it's tougher, you know what I'm saying, being a single man trying to survive in the world. Because I mean, nobody's gonna give you no kind of charity, no kind of leeway, no nothing. Like women get all the welfare, all the help, all the government assistance. If you down bad, a woman is gonna get helped. Children gonna get helped. A man, they gonna like, hey, get yourself together. Ain't nobody gonna try to take care of no man, a grown man.
Yeah, man. And this is the same thing with that was a man reacting, and same thing goes for a woman. Like, why live your life? You know, why live another 20 years, 30, 40 years single? Because when you
Mm-hmm.
listen, when you're single, you can't trust nobody. You have your
No.
family, and that shit's crazy, right? even
Mm-hmm.
even them, but you can't trust an intimate person. Like, listen, who you gonna leave in your will, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these women are looking for. Well, put it like this, right? If you look at the women that have these unrealistic expectations, they are. If you look at their face, they have enough makeup to compete with a drag queen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even Kevin Samuels said that. It's like they competing with drag queens. They
Mm-hmm.
go to the makeup on is just as a drag queen.
Mm-hmm.
They have in the same surgeries as the men that transform into a woman. They go
Mm-hmm.
into the same doctors,
Mm-hmm.
and the man's supposed to accept that. Like it's crazy how being normal in who you actually are makes you seem crazy, right?
Yeah, and what's really wild is I was talking to a woman and she was talking about some, oh, y'all just like these women with these BBLs and all this work done. And I was like, who told you this? We don't like that. We ain't never told y'all we like that. Y'all is doing that for each other. We don't like these eyelashes. We don't like all this weave. We don't like all this makeup. We don't like the fake plastic bodies. Y'all are doing that for each other. We don't like this. We don't like it. Who told y'all? We never said this to none of y'all.
I've never heard of a guy say that. That's what he likes. Oh my god! Some people got some weird stuff going on, right? Fantasies,
Mhm.
or. But I never heard someone say, "Yeah, that those eyelashes,
Yeah.
those nails." You know, um, Kevin Samuel made a good point, right? This woman had a weave on, and it was straight hair. She's black, straight
Hmm.
hair. So he's asking why you don't get something that's similar to your hair at least.
Hmm.
Everyone, all these women complain about the European standard. Who's black men don't hold black women to a European standard. They do.
Right. It's y'all. Like y'all really are doing that to each other. And I wouldn't say it's just them. It's also, the media, what the media is portraying, what the media is showing. It's always more European standard models and straight hair and light skin and this, that. It's never really the black people ain't really on haven't been on the forefront. They trying to like, switch it up now. They're trying to act like they care now, but for the majority of the time it's been the white standard, the white straight hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, skinny nose, that standard.
But okay, that was the standard. Got it. Because that's what's pushed on media, right? All right, we get it.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have the voices of men speaking of what they want, and
Mm-hmm.
it's being we're getting ridiculed because we speak on these topics, these issues.
I
And I hear
see
a
it.
lot of men. Some of them are just really ridiculous, but a lot of the stuff that men are saying is just like it's so base. They're not so. It's like it's so easy. Like we're still having arguments about should a woman cook for the man. Black people are still having those type of topics in
Mm-hmm.
2021,
Mm-hmm.
and you wonder why these other races are way ahead of us. We can't even talk about these children, black children with a low education level. We can't even get into the children
Right.
because we're still trying to debate whether if a woman should cook for a man or if a man should pay for the first date. If a man has to question should he pay for the first date, he shouldn't be going on the first date, right?
That's true. That's true. We can't get to the real issues because we on all the superficial stuff and all the little trivial debates and who should pay for this, who should pay for that, who should pay the bills? Are y'all splitting the bills? Y'all staying together? It's just so much trivial stuff. We can't get to the real core issues that's really like holding us back from prevailing in this country.
Listen, common sense.
Mhm.
One point, I was taking care of everything. I went through a struggle. She had it. That means
Mhm.
I got it. There was no we had to sit down and have a real discussion and She knew. It just come on. She knew. Once I got back to having it, it goes back to the way it was. The man's supposed to take care of the household.
Mm-hmm.
The man's supposed to take care of the household financially. The woman's supposed to take care of the household.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so complicated? Your
Right.
man
It's
got off for work in your home. Of course, get your ass up and make some food.
right. Do something. He been working all day.
It's
He can do
microwaves,
something.
man. Like
Yeah. It ain't that hard to cook. You cooking for yourself. Just throw me a little something in there. You know what I mean?
I used to have where I used to live at. There was this neighbor. Two women used to live next to each other, and they used to take turns cooking for each other. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So one woman will cook like macaroni and cheese and chicken and all that stuff like that, but she'll make enough so that the woman next door could take it to her husband. So it makes their job easy, but the husband didn't know about it.
Right.
And then vice versa. A few days later, I was like, "That's as long as he doesn't know about it, right?"
Hey, they working smart, not hard. You know what I mean? That's a good idea.
So on another channel, right, there was a video about there was a topic, right? There's a topic about why are women willingly becoming single parents? Why are they willing? Obviously, they're not willing, right? But based off of a lot of women actions, it's like as if they're willing to become a single parent.
I think they don't look at the severity of it. They feel like they can have a kid with a dude and it may or may not work out, but then they can still go find another man that'll accept her and this child that belongs to another man. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize that that's not we don't want that. I mean, a man can take a woman that has a child, but I don't think he would take that same if he had the option of taking that same woman without a child and taking that same woman with a child. I'm pretty sure he's gonna take one without, so he can start his own lineage, start his own family, and not have to drop this child off at the dad house and split decisions with another man that's not in his household. Like a man is not looking for that. That's not his first option.
Yeah, and also they was trying to on the show. Of course, the single mothers were trying to shift the blame on the men should be more responsible in wearing a condom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, we can all agree with. We can all agree with. There's no man that says sex feel better with a condom.
Right.
We all know if sometimes it feels like, why am I even doing this? I might as well just go to sleep.
We all know what it is. We know what's going on.
So the reason men are not complaining about being single fathers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear the masses of that, but you do hear a lot of women complaining about being a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't they be worried about being more cautious of who they allow to go inside them?
Right. I think they definitely should be proactive instead of being reactive. Like, think about what's going on before y'all even get to that. Like, before you even get pregnant, like it was steps before this that could have been taken to ensure that you don't get pregnant. It's like you don't care until the consequences are in your face. Like you just freestyling, living your life, doing whatever, and then once the consequences in your face, you want to complain. But you could have prevented all of this.
Yeah, and then of course, after you have that, it's very unfortunate. It's just it's a continuing cycle that we're still. This is what I'm saying. Like we're having these 2021. We're having a conversation. We're still having conversations and long debates, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these women were so passionate about it, and it's like we can't get to the real roots of the problem with our people. You got all these teenagers out here killing each other, right,
Mm-hmm.
across the country, and we got these single baby mamas, right,
Mm-hmm.
allowing these teenagers to go out there and kill,
Right.
sell. There's no listen. If you have a teenager son, and it's 2:00 in the morning, and he's out doing crazy stuff, you should be held accountable.
Right.
So
It's real hard for a woman to try to wrangle a teenage boy though. That's why having the man in the household is so important, and that's why they should be proactive with these pregnancies, man. Like a man being in the house saves so much, saves so many lives, puts so much structure and discipline into a man where they not running out here and doing dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had to wait until I moved out of my mom's house because my mom would have she would have took my life if my mom says come home at this time, and I just come home. She says come home at 9 or come home at 11, and I just came
Mm-hmm.
home 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was psycho, man. She would have took my life. She would have took it. There's no way. Mom would put on her brass knuckles and put it up.
That's wild.
Mom was hood too.
Dang.
My mom was street too. So, um, but a lot of these parents, man, like this is your demon. This is your
Mm-hmm.
bastard. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
need to deal with this. This is, especially I'm in New York City. A lot of the elderly are getting their ass whooped. I'm talking about on a serious level. Delivery workers, they have like I don't know if they're over there. They have the little bike and delivering food and stuff, like a
Not really.
motorbike. Not okay. Well, over here they have like a little motorbike because there's so much traffic. So how are they gonna weave through, right?
Right, right. I
Over here
understand
when they're
that.
delivering food and stuff like that, and people are robbing them for their bike. They're taking the battery out for the bike and slashing people in the face, and people are dressing up as UPS workers. It's crazy, yo.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, man. It's like the pandemic and everybody being having to sit home, and some people, you know what I'm saying, they was missing meals and missing money, and it was like they just had to everybody had to find a way to scrape up something. Everybody wasn't getting unemployment and PPP loans and all that. Some people was really out here struggling, and everybody just had to get creative, and some of that manifested into a lot of crime. Some of it manifested into entrepreneurship, but a lot of it manifested into crime.
Yeah, because what's happening is a lot of people that teenagers, whatever, they was receiving a lot of money. Like, look at it, even the celebrities were applying for the PPP loan.
Mm-hmm.
Even the celebrities were applying for it,
A
and now
lot
that
of
all
them.
that money ran out,
Mm-hmm.
they can't keep up with that lifestyle. See,
Yeah,
what you're
you was out
supposed to do, you're
here.
supposed to rent the jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
buy the clothes and tag on, take 100 pictures in different locations, and then
Mm-hmm.
return it, and then upload those pictures
Yeah,
little
and
by
get
little.
get that clout off, man. But
Yeah,
a lot
man.
of folks they spent all their money and had all that they got all that drip, but you ain't got nothing to show for it besides some clothes. Now you back broke.
So you're in Atlanta, you said, right?
I was in Atlanta. Now I'm down in Columbus, which is only like an hour and 45 minutes away.
So with Atlanta, is it? I'm hearing a lot about that. There's just a lot of crazy, like when it comes to the dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Atlanta, there's a lot of trainings and so forth, or just weird shit going on.
You see a lot of trannies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always been the case. I think in Atlanta, it's just we don't really care about what you're doing. So whatever lifestyle it is you want to live, you can live it in Atlanta because we don't care. I don't care what you're doing. Other places you might get beat up, junk, they might do something to you. In Atlanta, we don't care. That's why a lot of like celebrities move there and like they can ride around in their Bentleys and Rolls Royce because we're not gonna do nothing to you because we don't care. I don't care that you ride around in money. I mean ride around in a car and got money because I mean I can get a job. I can get some money. It's certain cities and certain states where black people really can't get no jobs and they really can't get no money like that. So if they see somebody that got some money, they gonna do something to them. But Atlanta is so much money, like we don't care what you're doing. We don't care about your lifestyle.
Oh no, New York City is just like I mean, you have if you're wearing something nice, you probably have a gun on you, a knife. You must have you must because there's no way you're walking around with $300 sneakers or even a kind of chain, earrings on. There's no way you're walking around like that and you're comfortable.
Wow.
It can't happen. It's not happening, So
Yeah,
nothing to do
Atlanta,
with
you
me.
can.
I'm just saying in general. No, it's not happening, man. You driving a
Yeah,
nice car and you expect not to be pulled out of that?
yeah, you can do what you want in Atlanta, man. You can walk around with diamond chains, diamond rings, diamond grills. We don't care. Be your thing.
Nah, New York City, even the homeless is getting beat up. Seriously, man. It's,
Dang.
it's really, it's really, it's really, yeah, man. Nobody's safe. And who's
I
really
heard
suffering?
a bunch of like a bunch of people moved out of New York during the pandemic. Like a bunch of people were just leaving and just because of the rent and the price of living was just too much. And there was no point of living there if you say you work on the work from home or something. There's no point of being there.
Yeah, and New York City is also it's a double edged sword, right? So a lot of people moved out of New York City, but also New York City, there's a lot you can take advantage of a lot. There's a lot of people taking advantage. They haven't paid rent in 2 years.
What?
They wasn't paying rent a year before the pandemic. Pandemic hit, they got extended a year.
Wow.
People not paying rent for 2 years, man, and they still receiving the benefits, right? Like there's a $500 per child for the
Mm-hmm.
and everything else that's coming through in the stimulus packages, and if you have a child, and there's a lot of stuff, so you still get all your other benefits. So people in New York City were eating. They was making good money
Wow.
in the system.
I
Crazy.
was I was paying rent the whole pandemic, the whole lockdown. I was paying every month.
Yeah, me too, man. I was making sure. I was like, out of all things, I'm gonna make sure that's taken care of. And they treat me well, but I don't live life like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I gotta look out, then I can't. I gotta sneak out my own house, come back, make sure the lock's not changed.
Yeah, that ain't living right there. I can't be living that dangerously.
So let me ask you, right? So what do you want to do that you believe will take your channel to the next level? What type of video? What type of collaboration? What? What do you feel?
Um, I don't even know at this point. I'm trying to make the best videos that I possibly can right now, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. So, I got some videos where I didn't edit it at all. I didn't put no thumbnail on it, and it's getting views. And I got videos where that's heavily edited, good thumbnails, and it might not have did what I wanted it to do. So I'm just really just learning what works and what doesn't work with me. Um, I know collabing definitely will bring in traffic to the channel, but I don't even know who I would collab with really. You know what I'm saying? But that's why this was a good opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Collab on this level and spread out the fan bases. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Have you noticed with some channels that they don't do no intro, no editing, don't speak proper English, and their views are crazy?
Yeah, they just turn it on, just start talking, and then once they done, they cut it off,
Man,
and
they
they
turn
get
the
it.
you see them walk around. There's no editing. They turn the camera on. They come around. They still adjusted it.
Mm-hmm. It's not. I mean, at the end of the day, man, if you can build a fan base, it don't even matter like what the production quality of it is. As long as you are providing somebody with something, as long as you entertaining to them, or they learning something from you, then the editing don't matter. I mean, I think this is personal preference. You know what I'm saying? But it got to be certain like guidelines. Like you got to have like decent sound, decent video. But outside of that, if you can pull people in, it don't matter what else going on.
Yeah, it does. It really doesn't. As long as you have good sound, quality video. Other than that, yeah, I see some of the people that's getting all those views and so forth. I'm like, man, God bless them, But it's just like, man,
Hmm.
like you said, once you build your fan base, they expect you to be like that. Then you have other channels. Like, you ever heard of Mr. Beast?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you pay attention to his video, is heavily edited,
Extremely.
heavily every second. I think what the rhythm is every 7 seconds. 7 seconds can't go past. There has to be an edit within 7 seconds. That's how they
Hmm.
catch your attention with the word. So it's heavily edited, and he gives away a lot of money.
Yeah, I watch his videos, man, and it's like I see why he does the numbers that he does because it's so engaging. Like people's like attention span is short, especially like with like reels and TikTok and all that. So it's basically like you just watching like uh 20 TikToks in a row because it's like something happening every 7 seconds, like you were saying. It's gonna hook you in.
Yeah, how do you feel about TikTok?
Um I didn't like it at first. It seemed real kiddie and it seemed real like pointless at first. But I kind of started getting on it this year and posting content on there and I see that the TikTok algorithm is probably one of the best algorithms as far as social media goes because you can go viral like way easier on TikTok than anywhere else. Like you don't have to try to like build a strong following. Like if you make a good video, and a couple people see it, like it can reach millions like extremely fast, faster than any other like social media platform.
Yeah, I just find it to be kind of I find it to be toxic. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
they don't follow the guidelines.
Nah, not at all, not at
You
all.
see a lot of seen Lizzo on there. I was just like, what is have you seen Lizzo on TikTok?
Nah, she don't pop up in my little algorithms. I ain't seen her.
After this video, you check it out. You're gonna be like, how is this even past? Like,
I
you
might, I
know.
might.
So let me ask you, right? So have you ever been on a horrible date?
A horrible date. A horrible date. Nah, I wouldn't say I have, because I mean most of the women I meet, I either met them like in the club or on social media. Like I never like went on no date to meet somebody for real for the first time.
You never been on an actual date?
Not like a first date, like we just meeting at the date. Nah.
Oh, it's something like okay. Like I've never been on a date. Not, I've never been on a date with someone I just randomly don't know.
Hmm.
I have to know something. Maybe I don't know you personally. Maybe it's from work. Maybe it's someone else hooked me up with you. But I got to know you somewhere. I seen your profile, right? Something like that. Okay. So
Hmm.
have you ever been on even on a date with that person and it was horrible? Ever had a horrible date?
Nah, I wouldn't say nah. Nah, not me. I pretty much first dates is usually just going to dinner or going to the movies, and it ain't too much that can go bad at that point.
Okay.
I try to go out with people that actually like me, and I weed people out first. I weed about in the text messages. So if the text ain't going good, we not ain't no date.
Yeah, I don't go. I mean, you got to be into me like on a nine. Like as far as interest, if you're not
Hmm.
into me, like on an 8 to a 10, or like a 10,
Hmm.
the date really doesn't make sense, man. I've been out on a date
Yeah.
with a woman that's kind of like a 4 on me, like interested in me, a
Hmm.
4, and it's just like, why the fuck do we even come? Like, why are we here? And then I've been on a date with a woman that's like a 10. It's just a major difference of you're not even like you just sitting back, not even everything's flowing right.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
I'm not trying to convince nobody to like me. I'm not pitching myself. If you don't already like me, we're not going nowhere.
So you said you've never been on a horrible date before, right?
Nah, nah.
Okay, so let's put you on one. Okay, so you're on a so you're on a date. Okay,
Hmm.
you're on a date, and everything's going right. She's the right woman for you, and you've known her for some time and so forth. Everything's going great, and but then as you're sitting at the table, you start to notice you can't figure out if this is a man or a woman. Right? You can't figure
Yeah.
out if it's a man or woman. You think it's a woman, but you're not too sure. So, how would you ask your date without ruining it, right? Because you can't ruin the date.
Hmm.
You still got to make it work because she's the right person, or he, whatever. But you're right. So you got to figure. How would you figure out if it's a man or woman without ruining the date?
Without ruining the date, and I gotta find out on the date.
Right there at the dinner table.
Man, I'm gonna come clean with you. I might just have to ruin this date. I might just gotta ruin the date. Cause is if I can't if I leave, I can't leave here and not know what's going on. I'm gonna have to go ahead and ask some questions like you know what I mean? Have you had any major surgeries in your life or any major differences? You know what I'm saying? You ever had a different name? Like I need to know something before we leave this dinner table. I'm gonna have to just kill the vibe. I'm gonna have to kill it.
No, but you can't kill the vibe, man. You gotta let it flow, man.
I don't need. Maybe I can search the social media or something. I need to see some baby pictures, some little sibling pictures, something. I got it's some evidence somewhere online, and I'm gonna try to find it at this table for real.
So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna just put your phone down underneath the table, start searching.
Yeah, I'm searching everything: Facebook, Instagram. If she got a Snapchat, I'm in there. I'm trying to search everything. I'm googling the name because if she got an arrest record, we gonna see if it's male or female.
But what if throughout the day she already took pictures of y'all two together, hugging and stuff like that? Not kissing, but just hugging, having fun, And now you sit at the table, and you just realizing, wait a minute, some, because now you look at them face to face and you realize that something's not quite, may not quite be right.
Pictures already taken, man. I'm gonna have to just take that L. I think I'm gonna have to just take that L, man. If somebody ask me some questions, man, hey man, you can't win them all. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you crap out. You know, the dice wasn't in my favor this time.
Oh man! All right, so you're gonna just ruin the date basically, because if that is a female and you ask her that, her self esteem is gonna go down. Like you think I'm a man, right?
Man, I don't know. It's a vibe. I feel like if it's really some type of some deceit going on, I should be able to pick up this vibe. Some kind of spidey sense need to go off.
Listen, straight senses, right? But listen, right?
Yeah.
So with the Black community, what's one thing you want to take away from the Black community you believe will help?
Take away from the Black community. I would say rap music, but it created a lot of successful Black people. So maybe just the gang banging culture. Maybe the need to be tough all the time. Like whatever that is in us, where we got to be tough all the time and prove we hard all the time. Whatever that is, if I could take that away.
What is something you want to add?
Add to the culture. Definitely like camaraderie. Like actually like embracing your people and trying to help your people succeed. You know, pulling your people in, working with your people, going to Black doctors, getting a Black lawyer, getting a Black dentist, getting a Black real estate agent, moving to a Black community and actually staying in the Black community and keeping the money in the Black community. Taking your Black kids to a predominantly Black school instead of taking them out and going them to a predominantly white school. Like keep some of the money where we stay at, because every time somebody gets some money, they go to where we're not at. We're not over there.
Yeah, that's also, it's kind of hard to do that because a lot of the Black schools are really like kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Think of all the important inventors. You have you got a lot of the Harriet Tubman, that's in New York City, Martin Luther King. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the worst, right? Sometimes you try to give back to the Black community, maybe you know like this is like the projects and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
I just think it just takes a lot of us to come together, and I guess. So would you rather have love or respect?
Mm. I'd rather have respect. I'd rather be respected, because I feel like respect can go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You can love me and let somebody else disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? You can love me and you disrespect me yourself. But if you respect me, I feel like you gonna um just hold me to the place I think I need to be at. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a partner. Like if you respect me, and you can't nobody put no dirt on my name. You're not gonna let nobody talk bad about me. You're gonna put me above all. You know what I'm saying?
Would you rather get stranded on Antarctica or a desert?
Stranded. Mm, man, I guess a desert.
Would you rather marry a homeless person or a hoe?
That's crazy. And the homeless person is not a hoe. I'm I'm gonna choose this homeless person
To marry?
to marry. Because I mean, I don't. If I'm the breadwinner, I'm the man. I don't care what your money doing. I don't care if you're homeless.
Have you seen a homeless person before?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I have.
Okay. So, who's the most important to you?
Who is most important to me?
It's probably there's multiple people, but you gotta pick one.
Me.
You're the most important.
Yeah, I
Besides
come.
you.
I come first. I come above all.
Okay, besides you.
Besides me, my mom, of course, my Dukes.
Okay, so God forbid, right? Let's take your mom. She's alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. God forbid she passed away today. What would
Mhm.
you regret not saying or doing with her?
Regret. Um, I guess not buying her a house in time, because that's one of my goals. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people goals is to buy their mama a house, so that's what I'm looking forward to now is getting some paper, stacking this paper up, buying her a house. You know, if she passed before that, that'll be a regret of mine.
Got it. Okay. So 2022 is a day away, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about 2 days away, about a day and a half away.
Mhm.
What can your supporters expect from you next year?
Next year expect more bangers, more videos, more consistent uploads. Um, I'm gonna try to get some good collabs going in. I'm gonna try to reach out to some people. Because of course I'm in Atlanta, so there's like a bunch of creators, what I'm saying, that I can collab with. Um, so I'm just trying to look to up the production quality, even though you don't have to necessarily do that to succeed on YouTube. I want to do it for myself. So just better production quality, more content, more bangers.
And how do you want them to support you?
Um, you already know, just what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, everything, and just spread the word. If you watch my videos and you gain anything, if you learn anything, if I made you laugh, if I made you think at any point, just share it with your people. You know what I'm saying? You share it with 5 people, they share it with 5, they share it with 5, then I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let's put you in what's called the hot seat. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the hot seat is I'm going to ask you a question or make a statement, and you respond with one word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right.
okay. So um, Jesus is white.
Negative.
What state you don't want to live in?
California.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Cynthia G.
What?
Have you heard of her before? Cynthia G.
No.
Yeah, so she just said something about black baby should be aborted. So she's a black woman, but anyway, right? So family,
Love.
strip club or church,
Church.
money,
Power.
America's current state,
Burning.
Joe Biden,
Old.
YouTube or Instagram.
YouTube.
If there was a war, who would win? East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast. Definitely.
Do you love black people?
Definitely.
Do you love white people?
Sometimes.
uh, winter,
Cold.
summer.
Hot.
How often do you pray to white Jesus?
Never. Never. Not one time.
How to go to heaven?
Love.
It's free.
Steal.
Which one would you prefer, Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Um, the meaning of your last name.
Free slaves.
2021.
Sickness.
This interview.
Inspiring.
Hey man, listen, I highly appreciate you allowing me. How was it? You okay, man?
Yeah.
You good? Man,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I do appreciate. So you're in Atlanta, so you're pretty close. Are you close to other content creators and so forth?
Yeah. A lot of the people that I watch,
Are you close to TK? Do you know TK?
TK. Nah, TK Kirkland.
No. Her name is TK. She's a big